Test. Have you ever felt that you just needed to create something? And the thing that you feel most compelled to create is the thing that is the hardest to create. I remember just 4 years working at a sales job, playing with the camera, doing shoots on the side, wondering, man, will I ever be able to do this full time? And I remember those moments thinking that and going like, man, it's just not possible. Like, I'm shooting $300 music videos, I'm shooting weddings every other month, and I was just like, man, I don't see how I'm gonna replace my sales career of 15 years shooting videos. I just don't know how it's possible, but I'm believing for it, I want it, I desire it, but I don't know how it's possible. And now I'm doing that professionally. I'm extremely blessed to be able to do what I do. But here is a little bit of the problem. When I first left my sales job, I made a commitment to myself, and that commitment was to start YouTube. It took me almost 3 years to give my 2 weeks notice, even if that meant relying solely on my gifts and abilities to make films, do marketing. Now at that point, I had already been putting it off for several years. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I just didn't have the courage, and it felt like every time I turned on the camera, I didn't know what to talk about, and it was just like I just stared at the camera and was like, man, this is stupid, not now. And I'd always get discouraged and just walk away. I actually created 1 video a week for about 8 months, so almost a full year, until I fell off. It's not that I wasn't creating these videos, it's that I wasn't publishing them. Now, I had 2 big inspirations that happened just today. The first is by a guy named Owen Video. Owen Video, if you don't know him, he's an amazing YouTuber. He's a great friend, but he's more than that. He is an expert in the field. And he told me, listen, you need to just create. You need to just create, and you need to just get it out there. And as he was saying that, even just recording this video is hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man, I know that there's a block here. I know that there's something going on. I don't even really fully understand it, but I know that there's something going on. One of those things that were holding me back was this. I felt like I had to have a perfect message dialed in specifically, exactly. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a time for that and there's a purpose for that. Right now, what's for me, and many of you may be in that same spot where you're stuck, you just need to create. Like, don't even worry about being specific to anybody. You will have to be specific. You will have to refine your message. You'll have to do all of that stuff. But right now, you're in the quicksand. You're in the mud. You just need to get out. Like, you can't think about running a marathon when you're stuck in quicksand. Like, you'll do that later, you know what I'm saying? But right now, you need to get out of the quicksand. And that quicksand is a cycle. Just like quicksand, the more you struggle, the quicker you sink. The deeper you go, the faster you go. The less you create, the deeper you sink. That's what it feels like for a creative. That's what it feels like for somebody who's passionate, who has a message, who wants to share things with the world, but is limited by their own beliefs, their own thoughts, their own fears, their own worries. And for what? Like, for what? That's the whole thing. Like, they don't even exist. They don't even exist. It's not even a reality. And so, really what I needed, when you boil it down, I just needed permission. I just needed permission to be me. And maybe you need permission to be you. And let me just tell you right now, let me just take this moment and this opportunity to tell you that you got the permission to create. Go forth and create. Create whatever you want, however you want. Have fun, enjoy, learn, grow, connect, develop, do it all. Go create. Throughout the day, I began thinking about it after I recorded my video. I jump on YouTube and I see this video from YC Imaging. And the title says this: stop making art for artists. And I thought, that really sounds familiar. That really sounds where I'm at. I see this video, I click on it, and the whole premise and idea of this video is this. Look it, as artists, as creatives, we're creating content and we're releasing it. And we're attracting other artists, right? They're gonna see our film quality, they're gonna see all of this stuff. As a matter of fact, let me just get real for a moment, okay? No fancy lights, no studio, nothing, just using window lights. And if you wonder why the audio changed, it's because I switched to the Rode Video Mic Pro. We have to stop making art for artists. It's killing you. I know it's killing me. That's where the pressure's coming from. I'm always thinking that all these people are judging what it is that I'm doing. Whatever you're doing it because you love. Let that be the main reason. In addition to that, understand this. If you feel like you have a sense of calling or purpose to share your story, to communicate with other people, to help them in some way, then you have an obligation to share that story. I do not think that you will fulfill your assignment in this world if you cannot get past the fear of sharing your story, your true story. That's the whole difference, man. Your true story. Share your story.